Hello. So I've already watched this music video several times. I just love it, but I figure I'd do a reaction video to it even though I've already seen it, just because it's got me watching it over and over, man, and I just want to share it with people, um, and kind of give my perspective on it. So here goes nothing. This is High Ren by Ren. I like the butcher with a pig mask. I just wanted to point out that I really like that he can actually play the guitar. A lot of musicians these days they can't do that, and I think that the strumming of the instrument there showed that he's pretty gifted in it in how he can manipulate the chords there. Um, I also like the background. It's just this empty room that's kind of beat up, and he's in this hospital gown. Yeah. Anyway. I like this part a lot because I really like the high pitched vocals. You just don't expect it, and he does it so well. It's just beautiful. It really is. Let's go back a little bit.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ran. I've been taking.
Oh my gosh. So that's obviously bad Ren talking to good Ren, and I really like the whole dynamic of that. I like the voice he gets into, like this snarky little voice. Um, and I don't know. It's just he's like, dude, it's been a while. Anyway, let's go back a little bit.
You buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill.
So this is him talking back to Bad Ren. I really like that when he's talking one direction, he's one of his, I guess you could call it a personality or his inner self. And when he talks the other direction, um, it's a completely different person almost. Also, just something to notice, the lights, they flicker when evil Ren is talking. Um, I think that that's a really cool cinematic approach to this. Anyway, sorry I keep pausing.
My therapist told me I'm ill, and I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate.
See, and that's what your inner self says to you a lot. At least mine does. He's basically distrustful of the medical field, trying to disprove that they're helpful. Saying he's a dumb boy for trusting that it's gonna work. And this is him about to respond again, but and again the light started flickering when he was coming back at him.
Follow this 10-step program, rejoice, all your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side.
And I like how Evil Ren is basically saying, you can't like cut me out of your life. You're nothing without me, you know. Kind of like an abusive relationship almost, which it is because it's the most abusive relationship you can be in. One with yourself, your inner self. And he's basically saying you need him. You can't leave him. And he's ultimately just scared that you're going to. Because it's part of yourself even if you don't want to think about it. It might be a dark side of yourself, but it's still you. It makes you who you are. And that's kind of how I view it anyway.
You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me.
Okay. I want to hear more about how much you hate yourself, because every time I hear a song like that, it makes me feel less alone in the struggles that I've been going through lately and pretty much my whole life. But again, he's basically just pushing him down into the dirt, trying to make him feel like he needs this dark side of himself. He can't just leave him behind. It's kind of sad, but it's true. That part of you doesn't want to be left behind because, that part of you probably feels alone already. Anyway, I do like that he's an independent artist as well. He has so much talent. I don't see how he hasn't made it bigger than he has, but hopefully this song will help kick him in the right direction, right? All right, let's go.
Really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth.
See, okay, so he's attacking him, and he's like, I'm inside you. I know it is like that. Because part of him actually does want to succeed and be really great. And be the next Jimi Hendrix. You know, part of him really wants to be successful, and you know, part of him wants that, and it's not just the dark part of him that wants that. The dark part of him is inside him though, and he knows what you want at times, and it's like you can't just forget everything that you are just because you don't want the dark side of yourself to show.
Man, it's just like that, I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you...
Okay, so I don't really know who Plan B is, and I don't know which song. I love Eminem, but I don't know which song specifically this guy's talking about. Eminem having done a song similar to this where he's arguing with himself. Maybe Guilty Conscience? I don't know. If I'm missing an obvious answer, then throw that in the comments or something, but
song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to ask for you, say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside.
And I've watched this so many times, but this is the first time I realize his words right here. As I tie you up inside, tie you into knots, and then he's doing this thing with, I thought it was just like frustration, and maybe it is, but I feel like that's him tying Evil Ren up in knots inside of him and shoving him back inside. I don't know. And if you paid attention to the lyrics here, he's kind of battling with himself whether or not he should kill himself. Kind of a little bit of a suicidal ideation there. Which, that's sad. I went through that like a year ago. I was pretty suicidal. I don't know how many people I've told that to, but I guess if you actually pay attention to this when I post it, now you know. I checked myself into the ER a couple times around this time last year, so I was going pretty hard on that. Or it was affecting me kind of bad.
I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, friend.
That little shake at the end. I mean, obviously this part he's equating his evil side or his dark side with the devil itself. Saying that he's the snake in Eden that tempted Eve and Adam. Saying that he's Lucifer. He's basically looking at his dark side and thinking that it's the worst that it could be.
Beginning of end, I am you, you are me, I am you, friend. been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope.
Man, this part's so beautiful. And the part where he's like, stand on my own 2 feet. If you know the background of this guy, he's been going through a lot of mental health issues, obviously, but he's also been going through a lot of medical issues. And it hasn't helped his mental health, obviously. But I just find this part so beautiful, and I'm gonna rewind to the beginning of this again and not pause it. But I feel like this part he's equating to more of a godliness, less of a demonic presence. He's equating his good side with not necessarily God, but maybe something more good in life than the evil devil that he pictured his dark side as. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're climbing to different sides.
Man, that part is the most beautiful part, I feel like. I don't know what else to say. I'm pausing just to pause because I just want to absorb that. Every time I listen to this part hits me pretty hard, and I'm like, he's just so proud of this moment, and it's a moment to be proud of when you can stand up and face your demons and hopefully struggle and crawl back from that hole that you've been digging. And the part that really gets me is the part where he's like, some people call him hope, or that thing that you hear when you loosen the noose on a rope, which obviously was intended to kill yourself with or hang yourself with. That little cry that saves your life, maybe stops you from doing it. I haven't gotten that far in my personal struggles, but I've wanted to sometimes. And go right before he stands up. There we go. Sorry, I'm getting a little quiet because it's kind of hitting me. It does every time I listen to this.
In an eye of a storm, I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different sides. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
And that's the end of it. I really like that last quote where he starts and he's like, when I was 17, and then he goes through it all. But I really like the swaying pendulum metaphor, and I especially like the part of it where on the brightest moments you'll see the darkest shadows, because sometimes you're having the time of your life, the best time of your life, and then for some reason the darkness hits you so much harder, and the contrast to that light makes you feel it so much more. And what he said is just, it's beautiful, poetic, and I like the ending sentiment where he says that we're all just human. We're not immortals. We're not gods. We're not the devil. You can compare yourself and your parts of yourself to those things, but you are a human. Humans make mistakes. Humans stumble. Humans slip. They don't have a perfect life. You're not perfect. And knowing that when you see those dark sides of yourself in your life, eventually it will sway back towards a light side of your life where you'll be happy again and you're not stuck in the darkness. I don't know. That's how I kind of heard it. Anyway, I thought I was going to cry because the first couple times I listened to this when I was by myself, I seriously teared up. I have really strong emotions about it. Mental health is such a serious thing to me, and it's hard to deal with. And I think that this song perfectly shows the struggle that people go through. I'm kind of making a playlist right now of kind of like a mental health playlist. So if you have any suggestions, throw them my way. I got a couple people that I've been listening to during the hard times that I'm gonna throw in that list, and this song is gonna be one of them. I haven't decided if I want it to be the last or the first in the list of songs, but it's such a great song. I might I might have it last, I think, because it's a good way to end it. Anyway, this is sitting on 26 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I haven't done one of these before, and I certainly haven't done one where I have reacted for the first time. I'd like to. There's some music coming out. Maybe I'll do that. But I don't have a fancy degree. I ain't a suicide survivor or anything like that. Just me. I'm James, and this is my reaction to it. My reaction to a beautiful song that illustrates mental health in such a raw and amazing way. It was a good one. I hope you enjoyed it.